What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Omar and we're locked in. Today we're going to be talking about Paul and his courier service that he runs outside of the apartment that Paul and Omar used to live in Kanan and Famous building. Now, we've seen Paul very briefly and we were wondering what exactly is he going to do. Well, it looks like him and Kanan are going to be partnering up to try to move some packs through his courier service and his employees. But there's some hints that are given with Paul and potentially could lead to some big allegations that are going on in the Power universe. Now, before we jump into this and we break down Paul and we see what is actually going to happen and is this plan going to work, if you like Power content, breakdowns, theories, and predictions, then hit your subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. I'm on that road to 45,000 subscribers, so each and every one of you, I appreciate you. And if you don't see this video at 100 likes, hit that like button. So first, what I like to do is play a little short clip of our boy Paul just talking. And then from there, we're going to just try to break down what he's saying and see if there's any context clues of a big announcement that we've been waiting to hear about in the Power universe.
You the heir to this throne, Kanan, and it's waiting for you, if you want it.
Read on the way. Go, go, go. Hey, Jabar, hold up. I got a hot one. Okay, understood. Can you hang on a second? Pick up a region going to 9 West. Okay, it's a rush. I got my best kid on it. Yeah, he flies. The kid flies like a bird. Uh-huh.
From the clip we just heard, if you pay attention to Paul, it sounds like he has everything in order. He has kids coming in, has the kids running out, picking up packages, dropping packages off. Courier service is running like clockwork. Now, he does mention one of the young men's name, and his name is Jabar. I did make a joke and say that he was Breeze and he works for Paul, but if you really listen to what he's saying, Jabar is the #1 go-to guy. He said he's the quickest, he's the best, and he moves like a bird. That means he's flying there and flying back as quick as possible. Now, just like Kanan has been peeping everything going around in the halls, we know that Paul has been observing Kanan and Famous. And why do I say that? Because these two live on their own in the same apartment building. Everyone else probably lives at home with their family and they're just doing this as a job. But everybody in the streets notices everybody, because if you don't, then that's how you get behind in the game.
All right, who wants it?
I'll take that.
Yeah, let me. All right, now I got a local headed to 8812 Sutphin going over to the criminal court. Who wants?
That's Laverne, right?
Uh-huh.
Londell and Burke.
Yeah, that's the one.
Fuck them, man. They don't even let us drink from their water fountain.
Okay, well, who wants to make some money? Who isn't gonna get their feelings hurt if they can't use a fucking water? What about you guys from down the hall? You guys want to make some money? Always hiring.
Once again, Jabar, he's the #1 go-to guy. And he knows his way around the city. He knows where you can go, where you can't go. He knows they won't let you get anything to drink up at the criminal court. If you're just dropping off a package or a letter, you need to do that and get up out of there. So for him, he'll be a vital piece for Kanan when we start implementing all these drugs. But at this point, Kanan and Paul, they haven't started working together or had their business meeting. But like I said, Paul has been observing, because if he knows Kanan is the way he is, talking about how much money do you make? Oh, $60? That ain't nothing. So for Paul, this is a win-win situation for him also. Even though he could potentially lose his license, he's starting to realize that the two kids on the other end of the hallway, they're business savvy the same way. So when we get to that business meeting, Paul has already peeped it, and that's why he said, let me think about it. Because any adult like you and I would have heard this whole business plan that Kanan brought up and said, no, we're not working with a kid to deliver marijuana with our legitimate business. Kanan peeping that Paul already has a network. He already has couriers that are down to make some money. He's piecing it together. And that's where the line came from, telling Famous, you always need to know somebody else's hustle. Now, Famous, we hear him joking around about being a scooter. You know what I'm saying? He could scoot around like that. It's a good look for him. But even in that scene, which we're about to play, a little audio clip, you're going to hear Famous talking to Jabar, and we see Jabar's face in the rearview mirror on the scooter while Kanan is looking at Howard. They keep showing us Jabar for a reason. He might become one of the most loyal people to go ahead and work up under Kanan. It might start moving that work faster than anybody else. Remember, Paul said he's the best guy, and he moves like a bird.
I need me one of these scooters. I could be a scooting type of nigga, right? Should be a good look for me.
Now, there isn't much conversation going on between Jabar, Kanan, and Famous. More Famous just sitting around talking. But with Kanan being on the block, he's getting acclimated with all of the workers. So once they hear that Kanan actually giving them that work, they're going to be ecstatic because we know Kanan is talking about making 2 to 3 times the amount of money they were making. So imagine going from $60 a day to $180 a day. This is 1992. $100 a day is $3,000 a month. So you do the math. Back in the day, lovely money. But we do see that Jabar is hanging around Famous and Kanan. This guy is going to be very, very close, and he's probably going to be the guy that tells Kanan, this is what's going on in the streets. This is where you should move product. This is where you shouldn't move product. This is what time they be hating. This is what time they don't be hating. Now, I'm not saying he's giving Kanan the game, but he's just laying down the lay of the land because he is, according to Paul, the number one guy. At the end of the episode, we do see Kanan walking past Paul, and Paul kind of gives him that head nod because he slept on it and he thought, well, I get a bonus 2 to 3 times more than what I was already making, and all I got to do is just give the work to my couriers already. Well, you don't want to pass up on that business opportunity because Kanan said you aren't the only one with bikes in the neighborhood. So Kanan, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. The fear of missing out, FOMO, he told him, I got other people that are ready to take this opportunity. So Paul, he's definitely going to jump on board with this. And he might even tell Jabar, all right, listen, let's do this. Let's work a little bit and try to keep his clients, well, his workers, from going over to Kanan specifically and just moving work instead of moving the courier packages. Man, it's going to be crazy out here because you got to remember, it's all a part of the game. Back doors are common in the streets. And when you're moving marijuana, moving that dope, anything can happen out here. All right, let me know what you think about Paul, his number one carrier, Jabar, and how is this going to work with Kanan? Is it going to be a good relationship and this business plan come to fruition and we all get money? Or is Paul eventually going to start to lose out and his workers want to work directly with Kanan and the hell with everything else? Let me know what you think. I'm J. If I said something to make you think or make you go, then hit that subscribe button. I'm on that road to 45,000 subscribers. And if you don't see this video at 100 likes, hit that like button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.